Here we are. Metal Gear Solid 3. I have never played through this game. I know quite a bit about it, but I have never played through it. And this will finally give me a chance to play through the game and just... I know this is some people's favorite of the Metal Gear Solid games. I do not know it. Yeah, you know what? I like Metal Gear Solid too. Huge fan.
After the end of World War II, the world was
We'll
split
let
into two.
Snake do his little...
West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
I've had this plan for quite a while now. I played all the way through both Metal Gear Solid 5s, and yeah, you know, there's two of them. I will admit it's nice having Snake have a voice.
Flying over Pakistan, altitude 30,000 feet.
Approaching Soviet airspace.
20 minutes to drop off.
Commencing internal depressurization. Equipment check. Arm main parachute.
All right. You ready to go?
Drop zone still showing a high pressure mass. Cav okay.
Good.
There's a lot of really cool stuff in this game. Like, because I picked I Like Metal Gear Solid 2, Snake will begin the game wearing a mask that resembles Raiden. Yeah, that is not Snake.
Put out that cigar. Connecting oxygen hose to interior connector. Put on your mask.
I know you like being edgy, Snake, but
Does this panty waste know what he's doing?
Approaching release point.
10 minutes to drop off.
Hey, are you deaf?
He said put out the cigar and put on your mask.
very cool, Snake. Now someone's gonna have to clean that up off the ground.
Depressurization complete.
Checking oxygen supply.
6 minutes to drop off. Opening rear hatch.
Sunrise.
It really looked like it was storming out there, like, you know, a couple minutes ago.
External temperature minus 46 degrees Celsius. 2 minutes to drop off. Stand up.
You'll be falling at 130 miles per hour. Try not to get frostbite from the wind chill.
1 minute to drop off. Move to the rear.
Activate bailout bottle.
This is one for the history books. The world's first Halo jump.
10 seconds to drop off. Stand by. Status okay. All green.
Prepare for drop off. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Spread your wings
And fly. God be with you.
And there he goes. Oh yeah, I guess we went above the clouds. I don't know if all the flips and stuff were necessary.
Jack, I've got some important news. The head of the CIA has finally given us the green light for the virtuous mission.
Does not look like Jack.
No, the virtuous mission.
Oh, I mean, I guess
The
he
future of
is.
our Fox unit depends on it. If it succeeds, we'll be
Still
officially
Jack.
organized into a unit.
Virtuous mission. Sounds like some kind of initiative.
Metal Gear Solid is really interesting in that there's
Don't
like
get cocky,
15
this is a
different
training
snakes. They're all different.
Right.
There's one imposter
So what
snake.
exactly is this wonderful mission?
There's
Well,
multiple different characters named
about
Jack.
2 years ago, a certain Soviet scientist requested asylum in the West through one of our moles. His name is Nikolai
Raiden's
Stepanovich
named
Sokolov.
Jack, not Jack. Oh, I mean, his name Jack, but
OKB-754
he
design
also
bureau,
goes by
one of
codename
the
Snake
Soviets'
for a while.
top-secret weapon
There are too
research
many
facilities,
snakes.
and the East's foremost expert on
Just in
weapons
this game,
development.
there's like 15 different type of
Sokolov.
snakes.
Isn't he that famous rocket scientist?
What's up,
The
Dio?
very same.
What is your perfect
On April
amount?
the
Perfect
12th,
amount of snakes?
1961, the Soviets achieved the first manned spaceflight in history.
The Earth was blue, but there was no God.
Well
All right, Snake. You're kind,
Rocket
you're,
that carried Yuri Gagarin to orbit
you're kind of being a
was the
little
A-1,
too edgy.
known as
The Earth was
Vostok
blue, but
rocket.
there is no God.
Sokolov is said to be the man most responsible for the multi-engine cluster used in that rocket.
You know what? You're right.
After Gagarin's
There's a
flight,
perfect amount of
Sokolov
snakes in this
left
game.
rocket development to become the head of the newly established design bureau.
From a lowly technician to head of a design bureau, that's quite a success story. So why do you want to defect?
It seems he'd become afraid of his own creations.
Afraid.
He had become Death,
Call it
the
a
destroyer
crisis
of
of
worlds.
And for that, he left his country and his family behind and went over the fence?
Not exactly. One of his conditions was that his family was also to be taken safely to the west. We used a mole to get the family out first, and succeeded in sneaking Sokolov over the Berlin Wall shortly afterwards. I was the one who conducted the operation.
I'm thinking about doing this
Security on the
without
eastern side was
killing
still full
anybody.
holes back then.
Do full
Then what?
We got Sokolov over in
pacifist
one
Snake.
piece,
He
but
doesn't
the whole
he
ordeal
doesn't
left him
murder.
Exhausted, and we checked him into a hospital in West Berlin.
Just use the
2
tranquilizer
weeks and more than
and
600
the
miles to get from the research
CQC.
facility in the Soviet Union to
consecutive
Berlin. No conditions
CQC.
staying coherent. And it was only
Yeah,
a week
Full
later
Metal
that we had
Pacifist.
something much bigger on our hands.
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
October the 16th, 1962.
I don't know if I'll get in trouble.
President
There's
Kennedy
some
received word that the Soviets were in the process of deploying intermediate
there's some
range
very
ballistic
real
missiles to
concepts in
Cuba.
this game. Some of them just are
President
real
commanded
events.
the Soviets dismantle and remove the missiles. At the same time, he announced a naval blockade to prevent further missile shipments from reaching Cuba.
Then we sent a
But the
bunch of
Soviets didn't back down,
untrained
instead
civilians
placing
to
their
go
armed forces
deal
on
with
secondary
Cuban.
alert. Soviet transport ships carrying missiles continued on course towards Cuba. US and Soviet forces went on alert for an all-out nuclear war. Frantic negotiations were conducted through the UN's Emergency Security Council and unofficial channels to end the hair-trigger standoff.
You know, these are like
Finally, on
real
October
videos. I don't
28th,
know like
The
what
Soviet Union agreed to remove its missiles from Cuba.
what's the
So
like
the world
copyright
avoided
deal
a
with like
nuclear
real
But in order to get the
videos.
Soviets to pull their missiles out,
Like this is just
we
a
had to make a deal.
like a
You mean the one where the
recording
US
of
delivered
JFK.
its
They just
IRBMs
put
to
that.
Turkey.
No. The Jupiter IRBMs deployed in Turkey were obsolete, and we were going to get rid of them anyway. They had no strategic value whatsoever to either the US or the Russians. The Turkey deal was a ruse, a cover story that was fed.
Some
to
of the
other
cuts in this game
intelligence agencies around
are
the world.
really
So
funny.
what did the Russians really want?
There's one
Sokolov.
coming up very soon
They wanted us to
where
return
Snake gets all
Sokolov.
giddy about seeing a
You mean
beehive that he
Soviets
can
pulled
shoot
out of
down on
Cuba
some
just to get their
soldiers.
hands on Sokolov?
That's right.
What the hell was he working on?
At the time, we had no idea. We were running out of time. It was either give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war. In the end, we had no choice. President Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev's demand. The next day, I got Sokolov
That's not
out of the
very
hospital, handed
cool
him
of
over to
Kennedy.
agents on the eastern side. Sokolov kept on screaming, "Save me," until he disappeared from my sight. Then a month ago, we received some new information from one of our moles.
About Sokolov?
Yes, he was taken back to the research facility and forced to continue working on the weapon in question under KGB supervision. What's more,
I mean, nothing ever
Urgent.
bad happens to the Kennedys.
So what kind of weapon is it? Something to do with space rockets?
No, missiles.
Same technology.
I guess
Like,
you're right. We don't know the details.
I
but
can
it
only
appears
think
to
of
be a nuclear
two
device.
things
For half
that
a
could
year
happen
now,
to
the
President
Soviets have been
Kennedy.
conducting frequent nuclear tests at
One,
Semipalatinsk.
Something to do with the weaponized.
I feel like if
We're
he went
talking
on a
about secret
drive
weapon so big
through
that
downtown
Khrushchev was ready to pull out
Texas,
of Cuba to get it back.
he might like
Sokolov
stub his
still in
toe
the
or something.
facility.
I feel like that
No,
could probably
according to our
happen.
intelligence, he's in Selino Yask, a place in the mountains about 3 miles to the west that's known as the Virgin Cliffs.
I like the way this dude's using this cursor. He's like,
Nice name for
right
a
there,
virtuous
right
man.
there.
They moved him there
Check it
just
out.
recently.
That's where it is.
Why?
Apparently, they're conducting a field test of the weapon, but it's our best
It looks like his
chance to
mouse
get
has
him
got
back.
some drift too.
This mission would never have been possible if he was still in the research facility. This is our last chance. Sokolov
It
must
would
have
be a
known that
national
too when he
tragedy.
contacted us.
Alright, I think we're back into a little bit of gameplay before they give me some more cutscenes. If you think this is bad, play Metal Gear Solid 4 or Metal Gear Solid 2. The amount of cutscenes in that game.
Listen up, Jack. Your mission is to infiltrate Selino Yask in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov, and bring him back to the West. If we don't get Sokolov back before that weapon is complete, we'll be facing a major crisis. The clock is ticking.
It is taking. We have 4 hours. If I take more than 4 hours to complete the tutorial mission, we'll
Once we've
lose.
confirmed the rescue of Sokolov, stand by at the recovery
I like this is how they
The recovery
introduce this
balloon will be
mechanic.
dropped at that
Where you
point.
press R1 to
Helium will be pumped into the
go
balloon
in
to
the
inflate
first
it.
person or
Process takes
zoom
about
in.
20 minutes. Once it's complete, the gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
The Fulton surface-to-air recovery system. I'm familiar with the theory.
Yeah, but should give me 30 minutes
Take
to
it
get in
easy.
and out of here.
It's been combat proven.
Do you think Sokolov is up to it?
The shock will be less than during a parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
So
True.
you're planning on going over the border in a single combat talent?
She's equipped with 2 6-barrel 20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as 2 40mm machine guns.
Sounds like she could hold her own against a battalion of tanks.
Even with the fuel in the reserve tank, we're facing a 4-hour time limit. If all
Oh
goes
no.
well, it shouldn't take
4
more than a
hours.
few hours.
Home in time for dinner.
But if anything goes wrong, you'll be eating dinner, breakfast, and all the rest of your meals in the jungle.
I can only assume that quote is like, Snake, if you take too long in this mission, we're not coming to pick you up. You'll just have to live in the jungle. Dio, ask me that again whenever we get food in this game and it plays through the cutscene of Snake eating a snake. That's no good, Snake. Why'd you do that? Here's his cool guy pose that he uses in Super Smash Brothers, I think, maybe? They do actually make a comment on that in one of the codec calls where they're like, where Snake eats a snake, they start talking about it. Wait a second. That's no snake. That's... This is Naked Snake. Later to become Big Boss in Metal Gear Solid 5, Ground Zero. However, here he is. The real Snake. He's very wide, and he also walks around like a wide man.
Do you copy? You're already in enemy territory, and somebody might be listening in. From
I
here
did
on
not
out, we'll be
realize you
using
could
code names
cycle
to
through
refer to
different
each other.
pictures.
Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. You're not to mention your real name.
Snake?
Oh, you don't like snakes?
What do you mean?
Well, you've eaten one before, haven't you?
In survival training?
I'm glad to hear that.
I don't know if I'd ever order one in a restaurant, but...
Be careful, you might not have a choice.
What about you, Major?
How's the game audio?
Let's see. I'll be Tom. Call me Major Tom. Oh, and Snake.
Yeah,
Alright.
The crew isn't watching anymore. You can take off the disguise now.
good idea. This isn't right. Time for the snake to shed his skin.
You know, I'd make my classic joke about, like, do you think he's been preparing that line? But he only just now got this, like, nickname, so... That means he hasn't been practicing it. That's just something he came up with on the fly. He's improv king. What is he doing? Alright, back to the codec call.
Can you hear me, Major Tom? This is Snake. Kept you waiting, huh?
This will be a sneaking mission. You must not be seen by the enemy.
Okay, who else would be
Leave no
calling
trace
Major
of your
Tom?
presence. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox unit's speciality. In other words, weapons and equipment are procured on site. That goes for food as well.
POS.
Completely
That also
naked,
stands
just
for
as your
something
name
else.
implies.
Great. Now I see why you asked me if I like snakes. I suppose calling me Snake was your idea of a joke, too.
No, there's a good reason for that. I'll tell you later when the time is right.
Gotcha. Getting back to the subject.
Alright, whenever
Sacrifice
Major
those
Tom does
invites.
reveal the reason,
You've been issued a knife and a
I bet it's
tranquilizer
probably
gun.
something
Use them to hunt
offensive.
for food. You'll also find some medical supplies in your backpack.
Yeah, about the backpack. I lost it in a tree on the way down.
I see. Well, you'd better go back and get it then.
But yeah, there's
know
a
where it is?
lot of codec calls in
No
this
problem.
game.
I can see it
Specifically
from
at the
here.
beginning. They kind of
Stuck
slow
on the
down
edge.
later on.
To climb a tree, stand in front of a tree that's covered in ivy and press the action button.
I've never
I'll be
liked it in
monitoring
video
your
games
progress
whenever
on
it's
the radio.
like, Snake,
Can't risk
press
violating
R2 on the
test,
controller.
but I'll be in the gunship.
You have
My
to.
frequency is 140.85. I'll give you a call if I need to talk to you. If you need to talk to me, use the send function.
Or I
Okay,
could
Snake,
just
go get
remember
your
that
backpack.
frequency. Alright. Oh yeah, also, there is no crouch walking in this game. As you notice, Snake immediately goes to... I cannot just crouch around. I can kind of, like, do this. But, as soon as I go to try to move, he immediately goes into crawling. I did not mean to jump off the tree immediately. Oh, there's stuff up there. I wonder how I get up to that. Alright, I have obtained my backpack, which Snake is not wearing.
I see you've retrieved your backpack, Snake. To equip a weapon, it's necessary to take it out of your backpack.
My
In
dude
the
just told
survival
me
viewer,
to
choose
equip my
weapon
weapon,
from the
I've got to
backpack.
equip my weapon
Your
first.
available weapons will be displayed in a window in the upper left. From that list, choose the weapon you want to equip and press the Enter button. For other equipped items, just do the same thing from Item.
Got it. Use the survival viewer backpack.
Yep, that's right. Survival is fundamental to this mission. After you've been out in the field for a while, your stamina will start to drop. If your stamina gets too low, it'll affect your performance. You won't be able to shoot accurately, for example, and your wounds won't heal as smoothly. Keep an eye on your stamina so you don't run out. To recover lost stamina, you can hunt for local flora and fauna. You can use
Yeah, but
either
it's
your
like
tranquilizer gun or your
survival
knife
is
to hunt.
fundamental to this
My only
mission.
weapon
So like
is a
what, on every
Mark
other
22
mission it's
hush
okay if I
puppy
die?
tranquilizer gun?
That's right. It's been fitted with its own suppressor. However, the suppressor will deteriorate every time you fire.
And why didn't you give
Once
me
its
multiple
durability reaches
suppressors?
0, the noise suppression effect will be gone. So don't get too trigger happy with it. The suppressor's durability is shown in the icon. Any weapons and equipment beyond what you're carrying now, you'll have to find as you go.
I have to find my own weapons and equipment? Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
Solo covert actions are standard Fox operating procedure. You can't
Snake
leave
is
any
not
traces
happy
of
about
your
having to
presence.
find his own
No
stuff.
weapons, equipment, footprints, sweat, or bodily waste. The same goes for bullets and cartridges, too. Your presence in enemy territory is already a violation of international conventions of warfare. There aren't supposed to be any American soldiers in Russia. It could spark an international incident. You can't let anyone see you. You can't let the enemy know you're there. This is a stealth
Luckily,
mission.
I get the feeling
You're a
that
ghost
getting
snake
caught
in every sense of the word.
or spotted
There'll be
is
no
probably
rescue
not
if
going to
you're
be that
captured.
big of a deal.
The military and U.S. government will deny any.
I mean, other
involvement
than,
in
you
the
know,
affair.
being caught and, you know,
Then I'll just have to
potentially
take care of
attacked and
myself,
stuff.
huh?
I'm afraid so. You've been given a fake death pill for that purpose. SIS guidelines stipulate that soldiers on covert ops like this one be issued a potassium cyanide capsule. Tape it to your body so you can take it when you need to.
How generous.
Yeah, like, I understand not giving him stuff like food to
Use
start
it if
off
you're
with
taken
so that he
prisoner
doesn't
by the
leave
enemy.
behind wrappers or
Send you into
something,
a
but
state of
like,
false death for a short time.
Fooling them into thinking that I'm really dead. So how do I come back to life?
well, I think they're
Just
kind
take
of
the
like
revival.
getting at that.
You mean that thing they put in my tooth before the mission?
If
That's the
Snake
one. Be careful. If you remain in a state of false
is
death for too
caught,
long,
there's less of a
nothing will
chance
be
of
able to
them
bring you back.
correlating him
Remember
back
that.
to the United States.
I'll keep it in mind. You said this was a solo mission, right?
Right.
I guess that means I can't count on any reinforcements.
Correct.
That is
The
what
mission
solo
rests
mission means, Snake.
entirely in your hands.
Excellent
Real
deduction.
one-man army.
Relax. There's a support team ready to back you up over the radio.
Who?
I'll introduce them to you. This time, survival is of utmost importance.
You've mentioned that.
The first member of the support team will be in charge of monitoring your physical condition, acting as a medic, so to speak, as well as recording your mission data. She's a member of Fox as well, and she's here on the gunship with me.
She.
Hello, Snake. I'm paramedic. Nice to meet you.
Paramedic.
As in a medic who comes in by parachute.
Aren't you going to tell me your real name?
Are you going to tell me yours, Mr. Snake?
My
Sure.
name, huh?
It's John Doe.
John Doe.
And they call you Jack for short. You're a regular Captain Nemo.
A name means nothing on the battlefield. After a week, no one has a name. What's your name?
Then why even bother?
Jane Doe.
Very funny.
I wasn't joking, but I'll tell you my name only if you manage to make it back alive.
Snake is not a
My
big fan of
frequency is
women.
145.73.
At least Snake hits Snake.
She's also in charge of recording your mission data. Whenever you want to save, send a message over the reserved save frequency, 140.9.
What do you even... Okay, so what is...
saving lets me record my mission data.
That's right. It also records the state of your health.
Good to know.
There's one more person I want to introduce you to, Snake.
Huh?
Speaking of snakes, you remember the boss, don't you? A legendary soldier and your mentor. Actually, it was the boss that got the DCI's authorization in the first place. She's going to be serving as Fox's mission advisor.
Boss is?
She also helped me plan this mission. She and I were at SAS together.
Jack, is that you? How many years has it been?
Boss?
That's right. It's me. Talk to me. Let me hear your voice.
I like the way that like she starts off. It sounds like she's like an AI or something. She's not. This is actually her over the codec.
You can tell just by the sound of my voice.
Of course I can. I know all about you.
Really? Well, I don't know anything about you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Snake is really bad
Why'd
at
you
talking to
disappear on
women.
me all of a sudden?
Like I know I'm not one to talk, but like, but I know nothing about you. It's been
there were
5
still so
years,
many
7
things I
days,
wanted
and
you to
82
do.
hours. It's like, Snake, you don't mention stuff like
I
that.
taught you everything you needed to know about fighting techniques. I taught you all I could. The rest you needed to learn on your own.
Techniques, sure. But what about how to think like a soldier?
How to think like a soldier? I can't teach you that. A soldier needs to be strong in spirit, body, and technique. And the only thing you can learn from someone else is technique. In fact, technique doesn't even matter. What's most important is spirit. Spirit and body are like two sides of
The
a
will
single
to
coin.
stay
They're
alive.
the same
Snake,
thing.
survival is of
how to think.
utmost
You'll
importance in
just
this
have to
mission.
figure it out for yourself. Listen to me.
If
Jack.
you are to die, this
Just
mission will
because
be a
soldiers are on
failure.
the same side right now doesn't mean they always will be. Having personal feelings about your comrades is one of the worst sins you can commit. Politics determine who you face on the
I feel like this may be hinting
and
at something.
politics are a living thing. They change along with the times. Yesterday's good might be tomorrow's evil.
Is that why you abandoned me?
No, it had nothing to do with you. I already told you, Jack. I was on a top secret mission. A soldier has to follow whatever orders he's given. It's not his place to question why. But you're looking for a reason to fight. You are a natural-born fighter, but you're not quite a soldier. A soldier is a political tool, nothing more. That's doubly true if he's a career soldier. Right and wrong.
What is
have
the
no
other type of
place in
soldier?
his
I just
mission.
do it for
He has
fun.
no enemies.
It's a hobby on the
Only
weekend.
the mission. You follow the orders you're given. That's what being a soldier is.
I do whatever I have to get the job done. I don't think about politics.
That's not the same thing. Sooner or later, your conscience is going to bother you. In the end, you have to choose whether you're going to live as a soldier or just another man with a gun.
Right now, I
There's
don't have a
saying in the
gun.
Orient, loyalty to the end.
Saying in the Orient, loyalty, that doesn't...
Patriotic.
It means devoting yourself.
It's called
to
being
your
loyal.
I follow
Till the end.
president and the top brass. I'm ready to die for them if necessary.
The president and the top brass won't be there forever. Once their terms are up, others will take their place.
I follow the will of the leader, no matter who's in charge.
People aren't the ones who dictate the missions.
Then who does?
The times. People's values change over time.
War has
And so do the
changed.
leaders of a country. So there's no such thing as an enemy in absolute terms. The enemies we fight are only enemies in relative terms, constantly changing with the times. As long as we have loyalty to the end, there's no point in believing in anything, even in those we love.
And that's the way a soldier's supposed to think.
The only thing we can believe in with absolute certainty is
I
the
feel like
mission.
political ideologies are being
Alright,
put into
But do me a favor.
Snake's brain. He's just kind of
Snake.
letting...
Snake. Oh, right.
Oh, right.
Your code name is Snake. It suits you well.
That's right. The legendary unit that the boss put together during World War II was a snake. The Cobra unit. A group of heroes that
This
fought
is what
for
I was
men
talking
and
about,
saved
like,
the world.
This feels a little insensitive. It's like,
legendary
oh,
hero
don't
back in
worry, I
1955.
named you after the
Isn't that right,
group
Snake?
that your mentor went
Can't
with.
think of anyone else I'd rather have with me. Oh, and one more thing, boss.
It's like, ah, yes, I named your code name after your dead father.
Same here. After all,
It's
who
like,
knows
dude,
if either
really?
of us will make it out alive?
You could have come up with
Snake,
something else,
You are
surely.
always best at urban warfare and infiltrating.
And why did they send
But
him
this is the
on this
jungle.
mission?
Survival is going to be key. Those
Snake,
CQC
you suck at
techniques I taught
survival.
you are sure to come
You're
in
really
handy.
good at
CQC.
stuff that's
Close quarters
indoors.
combat, huh? I've been in the Green Beret.
We threw
for
you
past
into
few
the
years.
jungle.
I'm probably pretty rusty.
Not to worry. I'll be here to help you remember. After all, this is your first actual survival mission. I'll be supporting you over the radio.
Where are you, boss? Next to the major?
The boss is communicating with us by radio from aboard a Permit-class submarine in the Arctic Ocean.
My frequency is 141.80. Call me if you need my advice on battle techniques.
Gotcha.
Your mission is to retrieve Dr. Sokolov.
Good old Dr. Sokolov.
Dr. Sokolov is being held
I feel
in
like
an
we've already
abandoned
gone over
factory
this part.
located
I don't
to
think
the
we need a
north of your current
recap on
position.
what we're doing.
Avoid heavy combat and don't let anyone see you. Don't
Avoid
forget,
heavy
this
combat
is
and
a
also
stealth
don't let
mission.
anyone see you. I feel like avoid combat would suffice.
Snake, try to remember some of the basics of CQC.
And it all comes back to him just like this. He seems to really like pretending to do stuff.
Now.
Hey, look what it is. Got one. I'll be eating that later. Alright, let me quickly change out my camo. I'll be spotted very... I don't know why they start him in olive drab. I think that is the worst camo in the entire game. Other than being naked. Can put back on the Raiden mask. Let's get going. But we'll keep an eye out for snakes, and we'll be collecting every snake. That's what we'll be doing. It is kind of funny that they decided, you know what? Let's start you off in this area. I'm pretty sure crocodiles had the chance to instantly kill you. Like, if you stay near them too long, sometimes they'll just instantly kill Snake. They also start you off near all this, quicksand mud. I keep forgetting. I might as well just walk. I'm very curious why they decided their controls for shooting. To shoot, I hold down R1 and then I press square to pull up my gun. And I release. I don't know how to reload. That works. I'll just unequip my weapon and re-equip it every time I need to reload. Snake has some very pretty eyes. Got the nice baby blues. Not sure about the mullet though.
Major, I've spotted 2 enemy soldiers.
They're probably KGB troops sent to guard Sokolov.
That's no good.
AK-47s and grenades.
Is he gonna enter another codec call?
Snake, your presence in Soviet territory is already a violation of international law. We can't let the Kremlin find out that the CIA and the American government are involved. Contact with the enemy is strictly prohibited. Don't engage them in battle either. This is a stealth mission. Got that?
The Major is right. The point of this mission is to sneak through the jungle without being seen. The success of the mission depends on how well you use your camouflage.
Go
Change
into
your
the survival
camouflage by
viewer and press the
selecting
camouflage button,
from the
Snake.
survival viewer.
You'll use the circle
The
button
uniform
to
option
select
lets you
things,
pick
and
your
X to
uniform,
back.
while the face option lets you change your face paint. Choosing camouflage that blends in with your surroundings will help you conceal yourself more effectively.
True.
Also, don't forget that anything that moves will stand out in the jungle.
How do they have a video of
Just
Snake
stand
being
up and
caught
run
by
around
the
like an
enemy?
idiot, you're bound to be spotted. But if you crawl instead, you should be able to sneak by without being noticed.
Where'd they get this video of Snake getting caught by the
You can
enemy?
see how effective your camouflage is by looking at the camo index. The camo index shows how well your current camouflage blends in with the surrounding area. The higher the value, the harder you are to spot, and vice versa. The key is to make yourself one with nature. Keep that in mind as you go along, okay?
Epic. Where's this guy at? Okay, they're a bit off. If I stay on like the green, I have 75%, and in grass I have 80%, so I'm pretty much not able to be spotted unless I like pop out into the open. Bug juice. Just gonna wait for this guy to walk right by. And where's the other one? Oh no, my camo score is atrocious now because I'm on dirt instead of grass. Luckily, I don't know. I don't know if that's the camo I would have gone with personally. I can't really say he looks less camouflaged than he did a second ago, but if they say so, it must be true. Where's that other guy at? He's probably down there somewhere. Oh, I thought maybe there'd be something up here. Can I maybe shoot these pairs? Oh, I actually can. I like his get up animation. Oh, there's that. There was multiple. I probably should actually change my camo out. Back to woodland. I don't know if attempting to sneak by these two guys up ahead is the greatest idea. Oh, okay. I guess he got tired of laying down for a second. I do hear a frog. And there's a snake moving around in the grass next to me. Just gonna jut out here.
Who was that?
Let me just move away.
I must be seeing things.
Yeah, you're just seeing things, man. I don't know what you're looking at. Where's that other guy? There he is. Probably taking the worst routing. Are you moving around? Alright, I can probably move up a little bit now. I do still have 65%, so it is a little hard for them to see me just going. Oh, hold on. Just move with a little haste.
Huh? Who was that?
Yeah, just keep going. They didn't see you. Okay, you didn't have to stand up. I feel like standing up right there was maybe not the best move Snake has made. What's going on here? How does this... Yeah, the look of pure glee after he sees the hornets up in the nest. But how do my binoculars hear? Like, how are they able to? I did not mean to. Probably need to move away a little bit. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna lay right here. I am unable to move any further.
Nobody here.
He somehow avoided the hornets by just... Because Snake decided to take a leap of faith off of the, Or he decided to roll forward. So, Oh, luckily the hornets are back. That sure is helpful. You aren't headed back over here, are you? That affect all of them? Do they just all get, like... drag the hornets with them? Let their buddy in on the fun? I guess they did. I guess they just took off. They went into the next area. So I do know a little bit of the beginning tutorial gameplay of this game. Dude, I've been
I've reached the abandoned factory
looking
where
forward to
Sokolov is
playing this
supposedly
game.
being held.
I am really looking forward to the release of Delta whenever that comes out.
I can't see Sokolov from
Oh,
here.
hey, thanks for the follow.
The security is pretty tight.
Hey, we've met the follower
Sentries
goal.
posted around the perimeter. I wonder how many are inside.
Your objective?
Yeah,
Sokolov,
dude, I am.
is inside the factory. They should be holding him in a
I've
room
played
in
through
north
Metal Gear
section.
Solid
Northeast
5,
section.
the
Got it.
Be
Ground
careful.
Zero and
Your mission
Phantom
is to bring
Pain,
Sokolov back alive. He must not be exposed to any kind of danger.
but I
Do
can't
not
imagine
approach
those
Sokolov
even
while in
compare
the
to
alert
this.
phase.
Right.
Oh, and one more thing, Snake.
You mean there's more?
No, it's just that when you get to Sokolov, I want you to tell him something from me.
And that
Dang.
is-
Sorry for being so late.
I
is
did
that all?
touch.
Understood.
They released.
Beginning my approach to the target.
Oh yeah, I've actually only played 5. It just sucks they're so inaccessible. Okay, I have to stay. Is standing up against the wall really that much different? I feel like this is a little harder to see, but it does take some getting used to. Specifically not being able to crouch walk. And the laying down. I guess I'm in lease. It is much slower. But I honestly kind of prefer it this way, because like a lot of Metal Gear Solid 5 was just kind of running. Like you were fast enough you can just kind of run past a lot of enemies. And camo means something instead of just like you wear a stealth suit every mission. Alright, man, I do kind of wish you weren't heading over in this direction. I played around with a lot of mods on Metal Gear Solid 5, so that it was a little bit more like this. I don't know if that guy will be able to see me too soon. I have gotten stuck on a lot of things, like just geometry-wise. And that is kind of throwing me off. Other than that, I've been enjoying the little bit that I've played so far. Also like David Hayter is like a voice actor for Snake. Nothing wrong with I can't remember his name. I just wish that Venom Snake had more dialogue. Can I crawl under this? I can. There's another snake. I know they're planning on releasing 1 and 2 and the MSX games on Steam like sometime in October.
What the?
Oh, actually, I need to. I'll go back underneath that. I don't know if I'd play the MSX games, but yeah. But it's definitely cool for people that are interested in that. Nice. There's another snake there. I'd prefer if you didn't come over here, dude. I am pretty sure that I... Oh, yeah. I probably could change camo here because it's all brown. Which one did you play most recently? This one? On emulator? Oh, yeah. Let me just see where everyone is. Yeah, I could probably make it over there. Rat. I think I need a mouse trap. Okay. Or I can get a mouse trap or something. Are you into speedrunning games? Or is it just like one of those things with this one? I want to say I have a... Okay, that's cool. I don't know if it's... I don't know how that whole thing works. I've never been super into speedrunning. I like using speedrun tech in like normal playthroughs. Like, have you ever played Hollow Knight? Just gonna take this guy. I like how they dissolve. Ah, yeah. I think... Fantastic. Super Metroid, yeah. I don't know if I've actually touched any of the Metroid games. What's that? Oh, is that the casing? I did not real I was not expecting this game to have casings left on the ground. Oh, no, back in there. Yeah, I have been thinking about playing some of the Metroid games. I just never got around to it. Is that another snake? So it's just a weird stick on the floor. That is a rope. Oh no, that's like a metal beam or something. Gonna take this. Okay, so I've actually gotten rid of the little progress I've made. Let's see. I need to get like around that corner. Or is it in there? I don't know if that guy's searching for, unless he just took ages to look for me whenever I was in the grate a second ago. Nobody's around this corner, is there? Could use that. Oh yeah, like speedrun tech and just like normal playthroughs to just like sequence break video games. I've always been a big fan of it. I did not know that. Metroidvania type games have always had a lot of sequence breaks because of they give you a lot of like sandbox tools, and then you can kind of like abuse those. I know that super missiles like make the game really easy, at least early.
Huh?
Oh, am I out in the open?
Who's that?
Oh, that's not good. Well, I may... Whoops, I did not realize I was that open. When was the last time I keep using X to try to confirm stuff, but that is not the button. Okay, please get up, Snake. Oh, speedrunning Elden Ring? Am I being spotted over and over again? The alert. Do you know where I am under here? I think my knife is equipped. Oh, did I kill that guy? I am trying to do this without killing people. Oh. Yeah, I know you can equip, I did not know I could take off the suppressor. That would be nice whenever I was shooting all the random snakes in the forest. But yeah, no, I guess I could probably use that for getting, like, these guys. Yeah. Do they know, or are they just sitting outside? Like, are they just really good at guessing?
HQ. This is HQ. Patrol here. We've lost sight of the intruder going into high alert. Acknowledged. The enemy is still nearby. Pursue and engage him.
I will admit, I don't know what building I need to be in. I want to say it's the one above me that had the broken window. Because that's like the only actual building. Can I stand up here? Or is that just a... Okay, no, that's... I wonder where the light's coming from. It's just nothing there. I feel like I got shot at a lot for not taking any damage. I could probably figure it out pretty soon. I probably should be using my Trank more. I know this is like the first game where being a pacifist was actually like a thing they kind of rewarded. I should switch out camo again. I keep pressing X to change camo, or to change like do they have, I'm assuming they probably do, like a last sighted area? I may want to move my chat down a little bit so you can see what percentage I'm at. Might be a little helpful. I did learn that you can make noise, or you can kind of like lure enemies over with by like knocking on the wall, which I prefer to the Metal Gear Solid 5. You like crack your wrist. I don't know how much noise that would make.
HQ. This is HQ. Patrol here. Unable to locate the problem. Understood. Return to your position.
I want to go a little further away in case he does decide to actually walk up here. Okay, he does. I don't think anyone else comes over here, so I should be fine. I did not mean to start running there, nor did I mean to climb back up. So that was a lot simpler than I was making it. It does help whenever I start using my weapon a little bit more.
You must be Sokolov.
Are you?
Yeah, so I've been really looking forward to playing this game for a while, so I have seen...
I'm a CIA agent.
I think I've seen some of it. I know there's a lot of cool stuff. Like I have the Metal Gear Solid 2 Raiden
I was
mask.
sent by Major Zero, the man who got you out 2 years ago.
Zero?
I have a message from him.
What is it?
He said to tell you sorry for being so late.
Did he now?
What does it mean?
It means he's a man of his word. We've got no time for this. You have to get me out of here before they arrive.
Who's they?
Colonel Volgin of Gru. You in the West know him as Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt? Never heard of him.
He's a member of the Army's extremist faction, a man who seeks to seize control of the motherland. Ever since the Cuban Missile Crisis 2 years ago, Khrushchev has been pursuing a policy of peaceful coexistence with the West. Despite resistance and criticism from hawks in the army and the provincial authorities, Khrushchev has managed to suppress the opposition so far. But the failure of his agricultural policies has put him in a precarious position. And on top of that, the tragedy last November.
President Kennedy's assassination.
Precisely. In a sense, Khrushchev has lost his biggest partner, and his power base is rapidly crumbling away. A certain group is plotting to use this opportunity to seize power by rallying the anti-government forces, overthrowing Khrushchev, and installing Brezhnev and Kosygin in his place. The mastermind behind this plot is Colonel Volgin of the GRU. He has control over another secret weapons research facility much like this one, OKB-812, known as the Granin Design Bureau, and is using it to further his plans. But that is not enough to satisfy him. Now he's plotting to seize the secret weapon I have been developing here and use it as leverage in his bid for power. The intelligence says that they are going to make their move during the test.
Then, the soldiers outside.
Exactly. They wouldn't need that many men just to keep me inside. Their orders were to prevent Colonel Volgin from capturing me. Even if it meant killing me in the process, or so it would seem. Volgin will come. I'm sure of it. You must get me out of here before then.
Leave it to me.
It's a shame you gave me all that context for this event. Otherwise, we might have been
Your Russian is superb.
out of here earlier.
Where did you learn to speak it?
From my mentor.
Is that so? America is truly a frightening country.
Having second thoughts.
No. I have no love for this place. Let's go.
Oh.
Major, this is Snake. Sokolov is safe with me. He's doing fine. No injuries.
Good work, Snake. Now hurry up and get Sokolov to the recovery point. We'll rendezvous with you there.
Roger.
What about the sentries?
I managed to get past them.
I
Only
see.
minor
What about
difficulty.
the boss?
We lost contact with the boss some time ago.
What happened?
It's probably just a weak signal. Just hurry and get Sokolov out of there.
It's a nice combat stance. Is he conjuring a fireball?
Freeze!
So this is the legendary boss.
Huh?
We meet at last.
You're from the Ocelot unit of Spetsnaz. Huh. What's a GRU soldier doing here?
Soldier?
He's the Ocelot commander.
Ha! That's Major Ocelot to you. And don't you forget it.
Yeah, I've seen
Sokolov is ours.
this
Get outta
cutscene. It's
And Ocelot never lets his prey escape.
What?
I didn't know about the inspiration from Sergio Leone. Now, I did know about Kojima being a massive movie fan.
I can't say it feels good to kill a comrade, even if it is for the GRU.
Sokolov,
Are the Spurs inspired? That's cool.
Huh. You're not the boss, are you?
Yes, that's pretty unique. I didn't.
GRU operatives?
What is that stance? Huh. That gun. If you're not the boss, then die.
Now, this scene in general is really cool looking.
Leave it! Shoot the other one!
I didn't know about the inspiration from Leon though.
You ejected the first bullet by hand, didn't you? I see what you were trying to do. But testing a technique you've only heard about in the middle of battle wasn't very smart. You were asking to have your gun jam on you. Besides, I don't think you're cut out for an automatic in the first place. You tend to twist your elbow to absorb the recoil. That's more of a revolver technique.
You filthy American dog!
But that was some fancy shooting. You're pretty good.
Pretty good.
Now, if only Snake were to kill Ocelot here, then the rest of the games would have never happened.
Major, do you read me?
I read you. Snake, you alright?
I've run into a few snags. These guys were after Sokolov too. Apparently they were taking orders from a GRU colonel named Volgan.
A GRU colonel?
Or at least Metal Gear
Internal
Solid
Soviet
1 would
power
be the
struggle,
end of
according
it.
to Sokolov. Something between the KGB and GRU. Between Khrushchev's supporters and Volgan's.
Sokolov was being guarded by the KGB and hunted by GRU? Snake, it sounds like this could be even hotter than Cuba.
I don't like it. Something about the whole thing stinks.
I agree. You'd better hurry.
Sokolov ran off by himself, but I'll catch up to him.
We're counting on you.
I like that you can, in fact, kill Ocelot here, and it just gets very upset at you for doing that. I am... Dude took off in some direction. Oh, I thought maybe I'd be able to duck under... Can I not roll underneath that? I want to say there was something that I missed in the room where Sokolov was. Can I climb up that? No. Doesn't seem like there's a lot of climbing. I thought maybe that was something that is not something. I do like, I will say, I do like having a roll instead of a dive. And I'm gonna leave it here.
You okay?
Those men were from the Ocelot unit.
Spetsnaz?
Yes. The best GRU has to offer. They're coming for me. I'm finished!
Calm down. I'll get you out of here, I promise. And we've got some of the best backup we could ask for.
Look.
That's what they were making you build?
Yes. The Shagohod. The treading behemoth. A tank capable of launching nuclear IRBM.
It can launch nuclear missiles from that kind of terrain?
Oh, yes. And without support from friendly units.
A nuclear-equipped tank capable of operating solo. Is that thing finished?
No. This is only the end of Phase 1. It won't be truly finished until we complete Phase 2.
Phase 2?
The weapon's true form.
This is another really good
Colonel gets his
cutscene.
hands on it, it will mean the end of the Cold War.
The end of the Cold War?
Yes. And then the Age of Fear will truly begin.
A world war.
Man, all of the writing in this game is really good. I've seen a lot of like codec calls.
I didn't want to die. I wanted wanted to see my wife and child again in America. Please, take me to America, quickly. They cannot complete it without my help.
Got it. Let's go. Boss?
Good work.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What are you doing here?
Sokolov comes with me.
Hornets.
I never realized this was like a bunch of consecutive cutscenes.
My friends, let us fight together again.
I have waited long for this day.
We will fight with you once more. Welcome back, boss.
Now that all five
Just a good
of
old
us are
stretch of
together,
the eyeballs.
it's time we go to the depths of hell itself. It's raining blood. Is he crying?
This is a strange disparity whether or not Snake can see the sorrow.
Kuwabara, Kuwabara.
Ah, what a joyful scene.
Well, like, yeah, I
Colonel
understand that he can't see him, but
Welcome
like,
to my country
at one point he gives you
and to my unit.
a frequency to get out of like a cell, I want to
Boss,
say.
what is this?
And is
I'm
it
defecting
is it
to
just
the
canon
Soviet
that
Union.
Snake just
Sokolov
guessed
is
it?
a little gift from my new hosts.
Recoilless nuclear warheads. These will make a fine gift for me.
This can't be happening.
Who is he? Another one of your disciples? Are we taking him with us?
No, this one is still just a child, too pure for
At least
our
I
code.
want to say that's a scene.
He is not
I
yet
could be
found an
wrong.
emotion
I have
to carry
not.
into battle.
What are you talking about?
I, in fact, have not played through
Think
this
you can
game.
pull the trigger?
I like the look of pure confusion on his face. It's like whenever you, like in Dark Souls or something, you try to heal yourself with Estus, but you're out.
We can't let him live. If Khrushchev finds out about this, we're finished. He must die.
Wait. He's my apprentice. I'll take care of him. Jack, you can't come with us.
Yeah, his first go-to is immediately, oh yes, I will try CQC. That's the correct option here. I mean, yeah, in this situation, there's really not much you can do. Even if he did have an option here, what's he gonna do?
The new blood
Yeah.
has been rejected.
Are we done here?
Now, onto Sokolov's research facility.
Shagohod is ours.
Drift away. My place is with them now.
Do they ever give an explanation as to why the Cobra unit has powers? Or is it just Metal Gear Solid 4? All those nanomachines the entire time. I know one of the Cobra units, just a guy with a flamethrower. Yeah.
Snake, can you hear me?
Yeah. Just barely.
Yeah.
Listen to me. You need emergency medical treatment. Can you move?
Yeah, that makes sense.
You've got to get those wounds treated. Hang in there. All right, let's get you fixed up. Paramedic?
Okay, Snake. Just relax and it'll all be over before you know it.
The pain is hornets, right?
With me. I've
Or
seen people in worse
bees,
shape before.
wasps.
Think you can handle it?
Major. The boss. She's defected.
We'll talk about that later. First, we've got to get you patched up.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. First, open the survival viewer with the start button. If you select cure, you can start the treatment. Healing is divided into treatment using medicine with the item window button and surgical treatment using the weapon window button. Your injuries include a fractured left elbow and rib bone and lacerations on your upper arms, right elbow, and abdomen. They need to be fixed using surgical treatment. Move the healing cursor with the left analog stick to the affected part of your body. Once you've selected the affected area, Hold the weapon window button and use
Yeah,
the left
I didn't
analog
like
stick
that
to
in Metal Gear
select the
Solid
medical
5. There
item
was like
and then press the
one
enter button.
real boss fight.
With
Given,
this
I think it is
method,
one
you
of the
use items to
better
help your
mech
recovery
fights in
process.
the series.
To treat a
At least
bone
just from
fracture,
looking, of
first
course. I
secure the
haven't
affected
played the
area with
other
a
ones.
fastener and then wrap
But
in
then that's like
bandages.
really the
That
only
should do it.
true boss.
For lacerations, you'll need disinfectant to clean the wound, sutures to stitch it up, styptic to slow the flow of blood, and bandages to wrap the wound. If you do everything I mentioned, the wound should heal completely.
I think I may
Understood?
enjoy Metal Gear Solid 5 more than
Stay
the
with
average
me.
person just
Go
because
into
it
the
was my
survival viewer and
first
treat those
one that I
wounds.
played through. Can I just lay here? This is just how it ends. I mean, how is he gonna heal himself if he can't even sit up? Um, bleeding. Okay, so I probably need to. I can remove leeches. So I'm still suffering from a cut. I'm glad that they pretty much tell me exactly how to heal it. Otherwise, I feel like I'd have a... bone fractured. I need a splint. And band-aid. Deep cut. Do I need... Oh, wait, did I use the wrong thing? Oh, I did not mean to use that. Disinfect. I will say I was too busy talking about Metal Gear Solid 5 to cuts and wounds, band-aid. Cut, bleeding, not disinfect. Let's start with the disinfect part this time. And then Sutter, suture kit, styptic, band-aid. I think it's all about the same. Cut, bleed, band-aid. I feel like this will probably be the most common. Wait, was this broken? Yeah, it was. And then bandage. I do like the medical system as opposed to sit down in a corner and press X to heal yourself completely. Venom Snake breaks every bone in his body in a gunfight and just lays down and is able to relocate it back into position. I mean, to be fair, they gave you reflex mode. I can't see how you're gonna really get caught most of the time anyways.
Good job, Snake.
We're coming to get you now. Just stay where you are. We'll drop a recovery balloon. Can you set it up?
Yeah, that's fair. A lot of people don't like kind of looking through and learning the inner workings of like different mechanics to bolt-on recovery system. Getting the wormhole upgrade was a little goofy, and then it also just trivialized everything. He's really observant. A spiritual connection. Nanomachines, probably.
Excellent. A great success. Thanks to the boss and her cobras, I have both Sokolov and the Shagohod.
What are we going to do with the girl?
Who is she?
Apparently she's Sokolov's woman.
She's a nice catch. I'll take her. Not so fast, my dear. A kiss of death.
You KGB.
We may be able to use her. She has spunk.
It's a good thing he saw it as that and not, she's a traitor. Let's kill her.
Back to the base.
Perhaps we should. We have no further use for Sokolov's research facility. I think it's time I gave this marvelous new toy a try.
Colonel, even if they are our enemies, they're still our countrymen.
But it won't be me that pulled the trigger. It'll be our friend, the American defector.
You're going to nuke your fellow Russians?
Remember the Alamo.
Colonel!
I know it's a recoilless nuclear warhead launcher, but I really feel like from like the cabin of a helicopter is not the safest place. I mean, I guess Volgin probably doesn't care about that. I will also say Snake got very lucky. He wasn't like a couple miles back down the river. You know what? I'll save. Why not? Yeah. I feel like I've had 3 openings already. Dude, this song is so good.
What a thrill. I'm searching and I'll melt into you.
Wait, that's...
What a fear in my heart. But you're so supreme. I give my life, not for honor, but
I don't think I've ever seen this cutscene, or the opening. They really did it up with the visual effects on the credits. I mean, it looks cool. Now, I did know about the 007 and like spy thriller kind of inspiration. This song also resembles that.
On a tree frog, it's ordeal, the trial to survive. For the day we see new light, I give my life.
I mean, I think it's really cool.
In my time, there'll be no one else. Crime, it's the way I'd like to
I know Hideo Kojima. He's main man in this operation. And I know he did in fact have a lot of say in, like, but it is very funny that he flasters his name all over the place. I'm surprised Hideo Kojima wasn't just in Death Stranding.
Currently flying over the Arctic Ocean, altitude 30,000 feet, approaching Soviet airspace. Arriving at the designated drone launch point. Drone oil pressure and voltage are nominal. Payload oxygen supply is nominal. Power supply to payload antifreeze system shows no problems. No gusts. All systems go for drone detachment.
Snake, we can't risk a halo jump this time around. Airspace security has gotten tighter since we were last here. We can't get as close to the ground as we did during the Virtuous mission. So instead, we'll be using one of our newest weapons. Snake, you're being given an honor on par with Alan Shepard. This is our last chance. Show your patriotism. If you fail, you'll be back in a hospital bed again, waiting for the firing squad. So how does it feel to be a patient in one of the most advanced ICUs in the world?
Would you do me a favor and tell the suits about visiting hours? I'll never get better with them assaulting me day and night with their questions.
Must be part of the top brass's inquiry.
More like an interrogation. According to them, I'm a traitor and an accomplice to the boss's defection.
They're just looking for a scapegoat.
Does that mean they're after you, too?
Let's just say neither one of us is going to be made a national hero out of this.
Does this mean Fox is going to die?
No. This Fox is still one step ahead of the hounds. The reason I came to see you today, Jack, it's time for Fox to clear its name.
What are you talking about?
The situation has changed. We've still got a chance to come out of this one alive.
Yeah, what kind of chance?
Don't get too excited. Here, have a cigar. It's Cuban. This morning, I had a meeting with the CIA.
They decided when they're going to execute us?
No. Something even bigger. Yesterday, the White House received an unexpected call.
President Johnson? Yes, I hear you, Mr. Chairman.
It was a hotline call from Khrushchev to President Johnson.
From the head of the Soviet Union?
That's right.
A few days ago, one of our country's main design bureaus, OKB 754, was
Wait.
destroyed in a nuclear explosion.
Was John F. Kennedy assassinated within the
Aircraft radar picked up the
was he assassinated within the few days that, or I guess it was probably few weeks.
Any of this sound familiar to you?
I like that we gloss over that.
I have placed our armed forces on second.
Now we have Lyndon B. Johnson as the president.
Depending on your response, I may be left with no choice but to order the military to maximum alert and unleash Armageddon. With the help of your predecessor, I was able to survive the Cuban incident. But my power is not as great as it once was. If I am to survive this crisis, I must have your full cooperation.
I should have contacted you myself. Did you know that one of our soldiers defected to your country
I
a
wonder
week ago?
who voices Lyndon B. Johnson in this.
So you haven't heard then. The man who arranged the defection was a GRU colonel by the name of Yevgeny Borosovich Volgin.
Volgin? Of the Brezhnev faction. Go on. Who is the soldier?
Her name is the Boss. She's a living
Richard
legend.
McGonigal.
During World War II, she was the one who led us to victory in that war. In Russia, you know her as Voyevoda.
You mean the Boss? The mother of your special forces?
Yes, that's the one. And she took 2 miniature nuclear shells along with her.
The Boss took 2 miniature nuclear shells?
I'm afraid so. I believe they were a gift for her new hosts. The Davy Crockett Atomic Battle Group delivery system was completed 2 years ago. But serious problems were found with the launcher's range and precision. Although they were mass-produced, they've never been deployed in battle.
But Sokolov's research facility was completely wiped out. The whole area is polluted.
I can only offer you my deepest condolences over this terrible tragedy.
So, the Boss, with Colonel Volgin's help, stole 2 experimental nuclear shells and took them with her as gift when she defected. Then, shortly thereafter, Sokolov's design lab, a top-secret military research facility, was destroyed by one of these weapons. Am I right so far?
Yes, that's correct.
And the American government denies any involvement in the affair. Is that right as well?
That's correct. We were not involved in any way.
Then what was a U.S. military aircraft doing on our radar screen? It was clearly in a violation of our airspace. And yet you say it was not acting under your orders.
That's correct.
Snake, I told you should have picked up that shell that I used to kill that snake underneath that
I don't know
building.
what else to tell you.
The army insists that this is all a ploy on your part.
I've said it once and I'll say it again. Our government had nothing to do with it.
And I would like dearly to believe you. However, I'm afraid my power over the military has weakened since the Cuban incident. I will need some kind of proof that this was not the action of the American government. You have 1 week. You must catch the Boss yourselves and recover the remaining nuclear device. Then, you must find some way to prove your innocence.
Prove our innocence?
Yes, preferably something painful. Prove to me that this is not merely another one of your tricks.
The Boss should be close to Colonel Volgin. How about a little coaction?
I would not expect too much if I were you. The political situation here is unstable. And Colonel Volgin is a member of the Brezhnev faction, which seeks to topple my government. 1 week. You have only 1 week. And if it is not too much to ask, do something about Volgin as well.
What is that supposed to mean?
Nothing.
He just froze it a little.
Call it a modest gentleman's agreement to ensure
Throw a little extra on top.
What if we can't?
You know what? My ex-wife has been a little offensive lately. Why don't you deal with her too?
And they will seek their revenge.
Buy me a double cheeseburger while you're at it.
I leave the disposal of this situation entirely to your discretion, Mr. President.
Disposal?
If you fail,
It will mean the beginning of a new world war.
To put it simply, in order to avoid a full-scale nuclear conflict, we have to prove that America was not involved in that explosion.
And eliminating the boss ourselves will prove America's innocence?
Right. The higher-ups have decided that you're the only one capable of pulling this off. You were her last apprentice. Screw this one up, and we'll both be 6 feet under. There's no choice.
Are the Russians going to be helping us?
The KGB has promised to lend us one of their communications satellites so that you and I can talk to each other.
That's it?
They've also put us in touch with a couple of insiders.
Insiders?
There was a defection in September 1960. You remember it?
You mean the 2 NSA codebreakers who went over to the Soviet Union?
Precisely. Since then, they've apparently been training with the KGB for exactly this kind of situation. Their code names are Adam and Eva. I've been told that Adam has infiltrated Volgin's ranks. I've also arranged for him to provide you with an escape route. You'll need to rendezvous with him when you get there.
Control. Unidentified aircraft detected. Altitude 30,000 feet. It's fast. Estimated airspeed exceeding Mach 3. Bearing south. I'm about to lose it.
Snake loses his backpack again in a tree.
This is Snake. Do you read me?
Loud and clear. Glad to see you landed safely.
I got blown pretty far off target.
Snake, let's go over your mission objectives one more time. Rescue Sokolov. Find out what's happened to the Shagohod, then destroy it. And finally, eliminate the boss.
Eliminate the boss?
This mission will be codenamed Operation Snake Eater.
Because I'll
Yo,
be
that's
taking
the,
on the boss.
the name on the game.
Right.
Don't forget about Colonel Volgin.
I'm not a hired killer.
I know, but that was the Kremlin's demand.
Demand? You mean it wasn't just a request? What's it to us if the Khrushchev regime is threatened by the Colonel and his faction?
If supporting the current regime helps us avoid a nuclear exchange, then that's what we'll do.
And what are the CIA's demands?
Our priorities are the rescue of Sokolov and the destruction of the Shagohod.
Roger that, Major Tom.
Hold on, Snake.
What now?
I'm changing my codename. It turns out Tom wasn't the most auspicious choice.
What do you mean?
Well, the truth is, when I chose my codename, I picked the wrong one.
The wrong one?
Did you ever see the movie The Great Escape? It came out last year.
Oh, must have missed that one.
Anyway, it's based on a true story about prisoners who escaped from a POW camp in Nazi Germany. The prisoners dig 3 tunnels as part of their plan, but the Nazis find 2 of the tunnels before they're finished. The prisoners succeed in escaping by using the last remaining tunnel. The names of those 3 tunnels were Dick, Harry, and Tom.
I get it. You used the name of the tunnel they escaped in as your code name because you thought it would bring you good luck.
Yes, that's exactly right. At least, that was the plan.
But?
But I got the name wrong. The one they escaped in was Harry. Tom was one of the unlucky tunnels. It was discovered by the Nazis before it was finished. I watched the movie again just to make sure. In fact, I even ordered the actual film from the movie company.
Yeah, Snake, while you were in the ICU recovering from your grave injuries, I decided to pick up movies
You know, let's just use Zero,
and
like we've been doing all along.
figure out that I actually chose the wrong name.
We'll start over from square one.
From square zero. My frequency is 140.85. Oh, I almost forgot. Paramedic is with us again on this mission.
Is this her last chance too?
If we fail, she'll have her medical license revoked. It's more or less the same kind of fate. Her frequency is the same as during the Virtuous mission, 145.73. She'll be recording your mission data as well, just like the last time. That frequency is also the same, 140.96.
I'm glad they don't
There's
make
one
you
more person
remember
on your
this.
support team. His name is Mr. Sigint. He's an expert on the latest in weapons and equipment technology. You'll be going up against some of the world's most advanced weaponry when you infiltrate the research facility. If you have any questions, just ask him. His frequency is 148.41.
Mr. Sigint. Got it.
Adam, your KGB contact, is waiting for you at the abandoned factory up ahead.
The same factory Sokolov was being held in last week.
Yes, meet up with Adam first. He's cleared the way for you to rescue Sokolov.
I don't know if a couple of weeks is enough. They did hit this
You'll know
place
once
with a
you reach the
nuclear
factory.
missile.
The whole area's been polluted by the fallout from that nuclear blast. No one else would dare come close. The password is, "Who are the Patriots?" and Lali Lule Lo.
Lali Lule Lo. Gotcha.
You've been equipped with a 45 for this mission. Be careful, it's noisy.
I thought standard Fox procedure was procure on-site weapons acquisition.
The circumstances are different this time. You're now on an official mission for the United States government. It would be necessary to make your presence known to a certain extent, to the Khrushchev regime at the very least. But remember, this is still a sneaking mission. Snake, if you fail
So you
this
gave
mission,
me an
it'll mean an all-out
unsuppressed
nuclear
pistol.
war. Keep that in mind and proceed with extreme caution.
Understood. Commencing Operation Snake Eater.
This gives me some major Resident Evil 4 Leon Kennedy goes to save the president's daughter with a pistol and 14 rounds. How's my camo laying down? Okay, that's pretty decent. Let me stand back up. Wait, did they take away my... Oh, they did take away my, Mark 22 Hush Puppy. Interesting. Did they take my food? I gathered so many snakes. They took my food. You mean that snakes didn't stay very well in that cage that I put them in? We'll get back to it. I don't... Now, I do know that the boss uses a horse. So, I feel like hearing a horse neigh is not the greatest thing.
Looks like death wasn't ready for you yet.
Boss.
That arm still hurt?
What are you doing here?
Go home.
That'll show him. And he goes for the same move again.
Go home. Gru and my sons are waiting up ahead. You don't have a prayer of finishing your mission. You're not even armed.
Boss.
Hey, as long as you don't break my arm again, that's fine.
I'm not your boss anymore. There's nothing for you here. Go home. Go back to your boss. There's no need to prove that you are virtuous here. This isn't America. That should stir things up a bit. You'd better hurry. The border is 60 miles south of here. You ought to be able to run that far.
Why'd you defect?
I didn't. I'm loyal to the end, to my purpose. What about you, Jack? What's it going to be? Loyalty to your country or loyalty to me? Your country or your old mentor? The mission or your beliefs? Your duty to your unit or your personal feelings? You don't know the truth yet. But sooner or later, you'll have to choose.
I will say, her putting on
I
a
don't
poncho
expect you
whenever
to
it starts raining does make her a little less threatening. That's like if whenever it started raining, she immediately
can't
pulled out an
defeat me
umbrella.
either.
Oh, not rain.
You know me too well. Just look at that bandana. If you can't put the past behind you, you won't survive long. If we meet again, I'll kill you. Now, go home.
Oh, well, I was gonna say, Snake, you probably could have moved your hand. Hey, Major Zero, you beat me up again.
This is Snake. Major Zero.
I read you, Snake.
I was ambushed by the boss.
You were what?
The drone's been shot to hell. It's up in flames.
That's not good. Enemy scouts are going to come looking for you.
Yeah, I know. But what was the boss doing here in the first place? There's got to be a leak somewhere.
No, that's impossible. The man the boss is working with, Volgin, isn't exactly on speaking terms with Khrushchev.
I lost my gun. The boss destroyed it.
Snake, I know how you're feeling. It's hard for me to believe, too, that a legendary hero like the boss would go to the Russians. That she'd double-cross us like this. But that's how it is, and if you don't accept it, you'll never be able to beat her.
That's not the problem. In terms of sheer technique, I'll never be able to beat her. I know that all too well.
You've got to do it, Snake. She's your enemy and your objective.
Enemy? We were together for 10 years, and now you tell me she's my enemy?
Enough. Hurry to the factory where
What are
Adam is
these
waiting.
extra images?
Scouts have probably already been sent out to
Oh,
investigate
yeah,
the explosion. You've lost your weapon, right? That means you've got no chance of winning in a battle situation. Whatever you do, don't let them see you.
Is my hand actually broken? Am I gonna have to cure it immediately? I'll take a look. Okay, no, it did not actually. Now that would have really showed me. Just immediately. Oh, that's not a good sign. Gonna quickly go down here and hide.
What's this? HQ? HQ.
This is HQ.
Patrol here. We have evidence of an enemy intruder. Commence alert formation.
Acknowledged. Sending reinforcements. Use extra caution.
How good is my camo just moving? I move quickly enough. I probably. Let me quickly move back. Oh, never mind. He didn't believe it. Yeah, once I'm back to 70, or well, never mind. I've immediately lost 70%. So what was that whole, oh, there'll be no one here thing? I don't know, I actually don't know, unless they were already heading back this way. Let me get out of the grass so I can see a little bit.
Nobody here.
Yeah, let's see if we maybe have more. Oh, it's nighttime. So that'll actually be decent. Is that not gonna change anything? Oh, oh no. It's saying I'm not sure that's okay anymore. I don't know if it was ever okay. Okay, maybe don't stand up, Snake. Keeping an eye out. I haven't seen anyone else even though they sent for reinforcements. So you know how I was just mentioning I didn't see anyone else? Well,
This is HQ.
Patrol here.
just gonna listen for running around. I will move over to this corner because they are probably about to run past me. Okay, maybe not. Let's just continue on to the next area. Without a weapon. I mean, I guess I have my knife. Okay, I will say the black camo kind of sucks. Whoops. Are you gonna walk over here? Prefer if you didn't, but... I will say, getting used to not having the ability to, like, crouch walk. Alright. So what do I have? I have a bunch of stun grenades. and some of these items. %, just moving around is pretty decent. Or 75% while moving. I don't know how I'm gonna go about getting across the bridge. Because I think they notice if there's different vibrations on the bridge. Maybe they won't if I move really quietly. Wait, really? Okay, that felt a little cheap. He turned around and knew. I'll just... Ow. Alright, now I will... That's fucking not good. This is definitely how you're supposed to play the game. Just run past everything. Get caught by every single enemy. I guess I could probably... move a little... I could probably attack them from a little higher distance than I have been. I am gonna see if there is... Okay, yeah, I am in fact bleeding right now, so I probably should deal with that. I bleeding, no bandage, not disinfected. Bandage, and it's a cut, gunshot wound. Oh, I had to remove the bullet. Bleeding. Band-aid. Oh wait, no, this. Wait, which one is... Oh, stick. Okay. Figured it out eventually.
Acknowledged. The enemy is still nearby. Pursue and engage him.
Did lose quite a bit of health, but I am gradually recovering. Don't check in here.
Who's that?
No, why do you...
Where's our backup?
Yeah, not a very sneaky snake. They knew I was in that bush, I guess. I feel like I'm doing something wrong. Because maybe there's something down here I didn't get. Yeah, never mind. They immediately knew as soon as I tried. Okay, there is a lot of stuff down here. Maybe not a gun, because it'd be really awkward if there was just a gun down here. Let's quickly heal. Deep cut, what? I think the word you're looking for is shot. Cuts. Bleeding. It's still bleeding. Maybe this? There's a lot of stuff I had to do every time I get hit. But hey, now I have the raindrop uniform. Can I? Okay, I thought maybe that was a stretch. Guess I can't climb up just there. But them instantly knowing, like everyone knowing where I am as soon as I'm like spotted, I will say, is a little hard to deal with, because I don't know what the appropriate way to take down enemy to a CQC is if I'm immediately spotted upon attacking someone. I guess like that. You're still alive. There. Or you're still awake. They already positioned another guy across. But I'll figure out how to actually sneak around as I go. Wait, is there just no one here? Probably should switch my camo out now. Whenever olive drab is better than your current camo, it's a bad thing. That's because I'm pressing infantry right now. I'm gonna stick with. I'll stick with black for right now. I don't hear anyone else. There is actually something up here this time. Can I not just climb up? Can I climb up this? Now can I climb up? Fantastic, there we go. Let me quickly equip cardboard box, because now we're talking. Yeah, I'll throw that in the midst. Now what are you gonna do? You just can't see me. It doesn't give me 5% more camo than I had before. But I don't know if that's really something to like... Oh, there we go. 5% more camo. Can I not vault over this? I guess not. Bug juice. thought someone was supposed to meet me here. Let me look at my map. Maybe in the room. Still can't vault over it. Can I climb up that? Okay, I can climb up that. It's a huge bed. Not there. Oh. I had to walk in and walk out.
Sorry I'm late.
Cut the engine. They'll hear us.
Are you the agent they sent?
Are you Adam? I thought you were supposed to be a man.
Adam couldn't make it.
All right, say the password. Who are the Patriots? Who are the Patriots? Answer me!
This is a bad place.
Get down!
Interesting choice to use a top-loading pistol.
There is your answer.
Wow, this woman is remarkably similar in appearance to that other woman we saw earlier. What is she doing? Snake, you could at least try to be a little subtle about it.
This wasn't part of the plan. What happened to Adam?
What's your code name?
It's Snake.
Looked like he was miming a second ago, like he was making noises with his mouth, but not
Are you
quite.
gonna tempt me?
What happened to Adam?
Colonel Volgan is a very suspicious man. He decided Adam wasn't the right person for this mission.
And you were.
Yes,
Why?
because I can do things he can't.
I heard you used to be a codebreaker for the NSA.
I was. 4 years ago, I defected to the Soviet Union with Adam.
Mauser military.
German
The
pistol.
broom handle.
It packs quite a punch. Nice to have when you're on a bike.
You held it sideways and used the muzzle jump to create a horizontal sweep. That was impressive.
Bet you've never seen that technique in the West.
It's imitation, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a Chinese Type 17 pistol. Around here, even that's hard to come by.
Chinese pistol.
Don't worry, though.
Are you?
The one I've got for you is American-made.
.45, huh?
Snake ogles over his pistol for
Do you like it?
3.5 minutes.
The feeding ramp is polished to a mirror sheen. The slide's been reinforced, and the interlock with the frame is tightened for added precision. The sight system is original too. The thumb safety is extended to make it easier on the finger. A long type trigger with non-slip grooves. A ring hammer. The base of the trigger guard's been filed down for a higher grip. And not only that, nearly every part of this gun has been expertly crafted and customized.
Honestly, it could be.
Where'd you get something like this?
I grabbed it from a Western munitions armory.
Did you now?
Probably used to belong to one of your officers, and there are more where that came from. You had this with you, didn't you?
I think this is supposed to just be showing that Snake is a little bit of a dork. He's over here listening to the
What's that?
A disguise to make you look like a
pistol sound.
A disguise?
Pistol
Yes.
click.
You're here to rescue Sokolov, right?
Sokolov's still safe then.
Yes. He's being forced to continue his work on the Shagohod.
Where?
At the lab. They've got a whole army of scientists there developing new weapons. Security is tight, but if you disguise yourself as a scientist, you might be able to sneak in.
Can we get Sokolov out of there?
We'll see, won't we?
No, it's
Tell me how to get to
impossible.
the lab.
The safest way in is from the rear.
Bro?
First, you'll need to head north through the jungle. You'll come to a heliport used for shipping materials. Pass the heliport and continue north, and there will be a large crevice. Descend into that area, and you'll reach a cave. Move through the cave, and
What's
you
he
will arrive
doing?
at
Is
a
he-
mangrove swamp. After the swamp, there'll be a warehouse. Make your way through the
Forever
warehouse, and you'll
customizing his
come out
pistol
just
with his
south
knife.
of the lab.
Got it.
And just what are you doing there?
In close-range combat, a knife can sometimes be more useful than a gun.
That's not
By
what she
doing this,
asked.
I'll be able to hold a knife at the same time and still keep the gun steady. That way, I can instantly switch between a gun battle and a knife fight.
I don't know what he did to make it that way, because I feel like he probably could have already done that.
Wait a minute.
What now?
You must be tired. Why don't you take a little rest?
I'll be fine.
You'll never make it in your condition.
I understand that
It's a jungle out there.
he's been hit a few times, but like,
There's still an hour before dawn. It's dangerous to be out in the jungle at night without a guide.
What about you?
I have to get back. I can't be gone for too long. They'll start to suspect something. Don't worry. I'll keep you updated over the radio.
That's it?
My orders are to provide you with information, nothing more. You look disappointed. All right, then. I'll do something special for you.
I prefer if you didn't.
I'll stand watch until dawn. Now be a good boy and lie down. What's the matter?
This bed's uncomfortable.
I don't know you well enough to trust you.
Oh yeah, that too. I
Well,
don't.
do
You're
you
a
have to know
completely
me to
strange.
trust
You're a complete stranger. You didn't even say the password.
I don't know if I can trust anybody.
Is he praying?
Gonna get that?
She's right, Snake. You should get some sleep. Although in your condition, you really ought to be back in the ICU. Whenever you save the game and quit, you'll go to sleep. Sleeping allows you to gain back stamina naturally.
Save the game and quit.
Depending on how long you sleep, you may also recover naturally from sickness and injury. When you're tired or hurt, the best thing to do is just get
Okay,
some
so
sleep.
if
So do
Snake is
exactly
ever
what
hurt or
I'm taking
tired, I'll just
doctor's
end.
orders,
I'll just end the
okay?
stream and like come back in like a week or two, so he can rest up. Yeah, I'll save. I'll just keep it as new files. I don't know how many. It has multiple pages, so I think I'll be fine with multiple saves. Do you really have to sleep in the most uncomfortable position? Oh, hello? Is this something you just do?
What's the matter?
We're surrounded. I see 4 of them.
I think 4 isn't too many to deal with.
Company. It's the Ocelot unit.
Snake, you really gotta stop doing that, dude.
Don't forget your gear. Here, give me a hand.
Secret passageway. It's that passageway that I was trying to get through earlier.
To get to the basement. Damn it, Ocelot. I'll get past them on my bike. I'll call you later.
Okay, I'll keep them busy. Huh?
Don't go dying on me now.
Wait, do I not get to use that path too? Do I just gotta walk out the main door? Let's quickly change out this camo. Indoor ops probably. Effective in the rain. I'm not really sure, unless it's like really heavy rain, how effective a special camo for rain specifically would really be. Let's also... She gave me a tranq pistol, didn't she? Okay, that's what I have equipped, it looks like. No, it's not. Let's just unequip that. I don't think I'm gonna be using.
Did we lose him? What? Not here? He's not here? Keep looking. Boom!
That's the way I saw 4 of them, but there's 8 of them here. I don't know if there's any other way out of here other than just this main door. Especially because Evo's like, no, you can't use the way I used. Oh, that's not good. Really? Yeah, not very good at this, apparently. I mean, I guess it's just like an experience thing, because like I'm just not really sure, like in a lot of these situations, what like, what was that, Snake? Did you just take that? Oh, he's knocking on the, okay, so sitting like this is, I feel like the wall cover is just, he is really bad, like for being like CQC and all that, he sure is really bad at it. Oh, I can jump out the window. Alright, Snake, maybe. Please get around. Okay, well. Yeah, it is that. Did they stun their own guy?
Eat this! Die!
But yeah, I'm very bad at this. What? So all the other times, maybe. I don't really understand what I did wrong there. Please get up, Snake. I keep trying to crouch walk, and that's not an option, so Snake will just kind of sit there and... Also, he's really bad at his CQC stuff. But he can pull that off, apparently. Yeah, I am excruciatingly bad at this game. I feel like... Yeah, well... I don't know what else I was supposed to do there. Snake... Like, so... My main problem so far has been I keep trying to use CQC, but the CQC apparently is really, really bad. Every time I've gone for it, Snake has been outclassed by just some random guy. I mean, I guess these aren't random guys, but... I'm obviously doing something very wrong.
Move!
Yeah, I'm just gonna sit here until they all evacuate. They'll come check out what's in here. The different... Okay, so I may have... Here, I'm gonna actually quickly pause and change how... Alright, so you're gonna let me change... So that percentage right there is up in the top right corner is I guess like a percentage on how easy it is to spot me. I guess I could have.
Did we lose him? What? Not here? He's not here? Keep looking. Move!
But yeah, I guess I can try going out the window. Something I have had troubles with is Snake is not very keen to vault up stuff. Like, I'll try to, or that will happen. Well, I might as well just die at this point. Like, every other enemy has been knocked over whenever I rolled through them, but not that guy. Great throw, Snake. But yeah, the outfits are supposed to make a difference, but they have not. Well, please throw it, Snake. I also have the gun equipped again, so I don't want to like kill somebody. Oh, Snake! What was that? Oh, okay, I just remembered something. So this game, they don't really teach you this, but holding up an opponent is based on the pressure that you apply to circle. Pressing down on circle kills the opponent. What is the save and load? Yeah, Snake, I don't think. What is the. Okay.
Snake, you've got a nasty.
Yeah, no, I'm aware. You don't gotta tell me.
When you have a serious.
Okay, so they're not gonna talk to me mid-combat. Well, I didn't want to kill that guy, but Snake had other plans. He got tired of being thrown around. He decided to take matters into his own hand. Although that just leads into the other side, that doesn't really get me anywhere. Maybe a no-kill run is a little out of my skill level for a first time. Cut, bleed, band-aid. I did not mean to do that. Fantastic work, Snake. Okay, I don't know how I've defeated 3 of the enemies. I understand I killed that guy, so... I will also say the shooting controls are a little awkward. Snake, please. Is there a way to up sensitivity or something? Because surely shooting is not supposed to be this slow. Because I don't even... What? Snake, please do something about that instead of... Well... Guess I should have known better. Yeah, I am very bad at this. This is... I was not thinking I was gonna die in, like, the tutorial. Okay, I didn't realize there was a guy already there. I was sure it was just a load. Like, I think that, like, if I get caught, I should just be able to just load back. Maybe there is, and I just don't know where it is. But I'm doing terrible at this. You guys know where I'm at, or you just shoot? Okay, they do know. You just land the... Okay, that was a grenade. Did you guys, like... Snake, please stand up. Oh, I'm out of ammo. Oh, yeah, I can only assume you're just not supposed to fight these guys like this. Okay, well, Snake is really good with the knife, apparently. Is this how I'm gonna get through? Who even saw me? Like, actually, though, am I just blind, or is there someone around? Do they see me through that window, maybe? I guess that would make sense. Yeah, come check it out.
Nothing here.
Alright. Did you investigate the noise, or did you just...
Nothing here.
Because you're not investigating the actual source, you're just...
I see him.
Okay, well, actually though, it was who did it that time? I thought I was crouching to where you couldn't see me through the window.
I see him.
Maybe there's some loot in some of these well, not that locker. That locker is not a real locker, apparently. I can only assume the other guys like outside just don't come in to investigate ever. Ooh. Oh, is there a sniper up top or something? Let me go ahead and switch camo so they can't just spot me from across the lands. I don't even know who is seeing me, honestly. Oh, apparently that guy. Oh yeah, there is in fact a sniper up there. You can see the reflection off the scope. I have all these gadgets, maybe I should have been using them. From burn, I guess because of grenade. Disinfect, styptic, bandage. I do wish I could, like, just load back. I didn't mean to do that, yeah. I don't know if he'll be able to see me if I go out like this. Let me also equip my trank. Oh, I had a thing that make noise in a different location. Snake, please. Getting stuck on all of the geometry has been kind of frustrating so far. Because he gets stuck on everything. But yeah, that's something I will say, is that moving from, like, what is essentially a modern FPS game to this has been quite the switch. Especially because the movement for kind of like, not dodging, but just general movement around has been a little clunky. Did I hit the... really? Did he get hit by that, or he just heard whiz? Who? I guess you were probably the one that's been seeing me all those overtimes.
Where did that come from? I see him.
Did he die from that? Oops. Well, I did finally get through. All it cost was 6 minutes lives and 100 bullets.
I've been waiting for this moment. That's it. That's the stance. I don't think so. What? A female spy? This bitch is wearing perfume.
In the battlefield?
Stay where you are. I've had enough of your judo.
I see you've got yourself a single-action army.
No, took my advice.
That's right. There'll be no accidents this time.
You call that an accident? Well, it wouldn't have happened if you hadn't been showing off.
What did you say?
It's a nice gun, I'll give you that. But the engraving gives you
There
no
we
tactical
go. There's the
advantage
title of the
whatsoever.
stream.
Unless you were planning to auction it off as a collector's item. And you're forgetting one more very basic thing. You don't have what it takes to kill me.
We'll see.
That thing only carries 6 shots. The Makarov carries 8. You have to get a feel for how many you have left. This is a high-class weapon. It's not meant for shooting people.
Damn! This isn't over yet.
Imagine putting your gun in the holster wrong.
Don't.
Why?
He's still young.
There he goes.
You'll regret stopping me.
Oh yeah, no, Snake absolutely
Damn
will
it.
regret that.
I've got to get back before he does.
Motorcycle explodes, she dies. That was quite some distance to leap off of a motorcycle. I'm glad it fully healed me. I think I'm gonna... Yeah, it was quite the impressive, like, jump for that. Is that CQC? Him batting an opponent with his gun? You know, honestly, maybe it isn't CQC. Maybe... Well, I guess not. Now we're in the swamplands. At least these I know I can defeat. Snakes that don't attack unless you get really... Snaked! Snaked! Whew. Yeah, that was, I'll admit, a little embarrassing. I thought I was at least somewhat decent at, I was okay at, Phantom Pain, but this is a world of difference from Phantom Pain. But I do think that I will probably call it here. We're gonna do a little bit of a raid to Evo Dev Team. Go check them out. They're playing Beyond All Reason. And I hope you enjoyed the stream. Maybe next time I'll be a little better at MGS3. I will see you later.